This is the sixth part of our following tutorial series, which is data structures in algorithm. So, in this episode, I'm going to talk about how to implement a pseudocode to find the second largest number of numbers using an array. So, it's very easy to find the largest number or the smallest number on the array, but if you want to find the smallest position, the second smallest position or the second largest position of the corresponding array is kind of uh, different than uh, our previous general larger or smaller algorithms. So in here, first we have to capture a position where the largest number is exist. So if we found where the largest number is exist, then in the next iteration we can find where the second largest number is exist by skipping the first position of the larger number. So here this is the basic pseudocode about it. So as you can see, first we have been initialized the following variables. So lower bound and first max position variable and position variable. So this is the variable that I'm talking about, the position variable. When you are capturing the position, you should store that value in a variable, and the next iteration we can compare values by using that position. So in the step 1, the first iteration, it is a loop which traversing all of the elements on the particular array. So in here there is a if statement. So it comparing this AI is greater than the first max. So it is declaring, it is searching for the maximum value, and if the maximum has been found, the existing first max value is replacing by that current max value. So after replacing that max value, the position is captured where that corresponding value has been found. If it is not found, then position capture is not essential, and first max position is remain same without changing anything. And in order to continue the loop, there will be increment of the I, which is I equal to I plus 1. So the corresponding procedure happen again and again and again until you found the maximum value of the of a array, and where it is exist, which means the position. In here it is the pos value. So after traversing all the element, now we have the index number where the maximum number is exist. Then I also here declared another two variables, which means I is again assigned to the lower bound, and here I have been declared a variable which is called second maximum to store the second max value. So in here there is another while loop, like exact same loop we discussed in previous. So in here there is a basic implementation to find maximum value, which is this if statement. So there is a new thing here, which means if I not equal to pos. So now we are going to find second maximum value. So it is not necessary to compare values with the largest number which we found on the previous one. So we should have to skip it. Otherwise, this if statement also give the same value. If we don't skip that corresponding largest value, this will gain second max value as the largest value. because it is not skipping. So that is not what we are expecting, so we should skip that value. In order to do that, we can just simply call that position value we initialize it as the first iteration, so we skip that. So if we are skip the largest value of the array, then there could be having another largest value of the array. So now we can find it by using this iteration. And after all happened, the while end, the loop is end, then the second max value is printed. So this is how you implement a pseudocode to find second largest number of an particular array. Okay, so now we can move to the C code. So this is how your C code will look like after declaring everything on the program. So this is not necessary to study this slide because I'm going to code it. So I can create C file over here, and using dev C double plus I can open this file. Okay, so first we have to declare what preprocessors that we are going to use, which means basically stdio.h preprocessor. Then we can define max value because we are going to using an array, so array is a static data type, so it is necessary to initialize the maximum value. Then we can call the void main function, then some integer array like this, let's say 10, 50, 20, 8, 3, like that, 5 values, and int I for our iteration. Okay, so first let's get let's find the largest position, largest number. So largest number, so we can declare for loop. So I is initialized by 1, then I will continue when it reaches to the max value, then I should be increment. Okay, so now we can declare another two variable, which is first max, then the second max, and the first max position, first max pos. So before going to if condition, we declare our first max position first. So I'll do that in here. So first max in default state, first max has been you can also use 0 over here, or it is better using a corresponding value that your array having, if the array elements has been given. If it is not array element has been given, which means in the default state your array is empty, so you can use first max as 0, otherwise there will be null error. If you have given an array, you can use first index, the element of the first index as the first max value, because it is the hypothesis in this code. We don't know that it is the maximum value, but we can hypothetically think that is the maximum value. So this is the reason why we are declaring the default value as first max as the first element in the array. So ARR 0. Now we can move to the for loop. So there is if condition and else statement also. So if condition basically will be like that traversing array element is greater than the declared first max. If it is greater than declared first max, then first max will be replaced by that corresponding value, which means the ARRI. If the value has been replaced, then there is a possible largest number. So we can capture that position. So first max cost will be equal to I. Otherwise, which means there is no current maximum value, there is not necessary to change anything from the first max value. So basically this line won't be useful because it is not changing anything. So if you aware of it, you can just simply remove it also, because this line is not necessary. I just implemented it to teach you how the if statement should be go. But in programming, if this line is not necessary, you can just simply remove it also, but the program will work completely fine. Okay, so now we have been initialized the first max position, which means now we can find the now we can find the second largest position or largest number. So again again for loop, which will be iterate until to the max index. So in here now we can skip that position that we have been initialized as the first state. So if I is not equal to post first max post, which means we can go to the other if loop. So it is exactly same as the first if loop, which means the condition will be like ARRI, but now it's comparing with the second max. So before moving to second max, we should before going to condition, we should declare which is the second maximum value. So basically we can do the same thing here. I'm going to declare the second maximum value as ARR 0, but in here it is kind of wrong, because just think about our first maximum value is the maximum value like 100. So this also has been initialized the second maximum value as the most largest value. So in here the code don't know that we are has been initialized it as well. So this in here declaring the first element as the second maximum value is not that much suitable for that problem. So it is better initialize the second maximum value as 0, right? So I hope you understand what I am saying. So now if we found the second maximum value, we can replace second maximum value by that corresponding I element, and if it is not found, then second maximum will be remain same. So this is the second while loop. After the second while loop, we can print second largest number. So it is very easy to print. We can call our print method second largest number will be the second max. Right, I hope our code will work fine. Let's compile it. Okay, yeah, okay. It's a petty error. Int. Okay, I'm missing. I'm always missing semicolons because I am not care about it. Okay, so now there are no errors. So if you haven't understand what I'm saying, please go through the previous tutorials. Otherwise, the coming ones will be hard. Anyway, so let's run our program. Okay, so it has been initialized. The second largest number as the 20, which is correct. Largest number is 50, but the second largest number is 20. So the program is working pretty fine. Okay, so this is all for this episode, and I will see you guys at the next episode. So thank you for watching this episode.